Hello and welcome to Digital Advantage website lessons. So your trainer probably will have explained to you by now that you will have a website for your school. It will look something like this. Now to get to it, it will usually be digitaladvantage.org.uk/ the name of your school. For the example of these tutorials, we're going to be using Trent Darby High School, and I'm also going to come up with a business idea, a logo, and a colour scheme that I'm going to work with. My name's Aaron. I'm one of the trainers and founders of Digital Advantage, and I'll be taking you through these lessons and showing you how it all works. Now, I've actually pre-recorded all of these tutorials, and the introduction video that I'm now making, I'm making last. So some of the things you see in this introduction will look a little bit different on the tutorials, but nonetheless, you should learn and be able to work your way through the website. So on the homepage, we've got our blog. This is where you will add your own blogs, but for now, we've added video tutorials on how to do different things. And there's more websites, tips and tricks in here, which gives you a video slider of a few more things that you might be interested in. Anything else that we add, we will add in here. So if we scroll up, let's press back. Anything that you see Digital Advantage branding or Trent Darby branding, ideally you would change. So we're expecting you to change your logo and your slider image at the back, your Twitter feed and Instagram feed, your mood board, your research, and your blogs. Everything should pretty much be changed to your branding. Now initially your trainer might recommend that you put your school logo here, and then you will put your business logo and a business banner at the back. You should also be creating your social feeds and different things. So let's jump into the website and see how it works. What you need to do is, at the end of the URL, you need to type wp-admin. This will take you to a login page, just like this one. Now, I've already logged in. I actually log in using a different browser. And what that does is it allows me to view the website as a user over here and edit the website as an editor over here. And it gives me a real-time view of what it looks like. So this is your dashboard. Your dashboard will have lots of different information on it, but the most important things are on the left-hand side of the screen just here. Let me take this down, and we're going to view this just like this. So there's a few things. So here is where I would log out, and this is my username currently. Here's the homepage and the dashboard. There are posts. So this is where all my blog posts are that you'll have seen on the front page. A handy tip: if you want number one to be at the top, it'll display the most recent. You can click Quick Edit, and I've backdated this to the furthest time away. So this is the 25th of October. The most recent time is here. Then I'm going to go further back and further back. So the one at the bottom is the 20th of October. That will be at the bottom. So a little tip for you there. If you did want to do that, you can add a new post here, or you can add a new post here. You won't really need anything around categories. You can see these posts are uncategorized. If you did feel as though you wanted to add some, you could do, and the same with tags. Media is where all of your photos will be stored on your website, and these are useful because you will be linking to these throughout when you're building a website. You won't use links. Pages, this is where your home page will lie. If you wanted to add any other pages, you can do, but it won't really be necessary for this program. Your blog pages will be added here, so you won't really need anything like an about page or a contact page. It won't really be relevant because you won't have time. You won't use comments, you won't use projects. Appearance is where you will edit your what your website looks like, but we're going to be keeping it pretty much the same throughout the whole thing. We're using a theme called Divi, which is a paid theme, and we've paid for it for you, and it allows it to be really easy and simple, and you can go through it. Again, we wouldn't recommend changing to another theme because you won't understand the tutorials. If you really wanted to, then you could. If we jump into Customize, this is where we change everything for the website. So I change things like the name of the website and things like that. That's in Customize. And you also have your widgets. Widgets are little items. We will be using the sidebar in the website. We won't really be using the footer areas, but if you did want to use those, you can do, and any footer widgets will show up here. You won't use menus because there isn't any navigation, and you won't use background or editor. Editor is where you can edit the website in HTML and CSS. Again, I wouldn't really recommend that unless you really wanted to. Plugins allows you to add extensions or different programs to your website. So for example, this is a plugin. You can click Add New and search lots of different plugins that WordPress offers. The majority of these are free. You can go on popular and recommended. And there's a lot of plugins that do lots of different things that will allow you to explore different things. But again, I don't really think we'll be using this, but it is there if you need it. Users, this is where your users lie. Here I've got Trent D'Arby and Trent D'Arby Student. Across the board, we're going to be using a student login, a teacher login, and a trainer login, and these will be reflected in the users. Please be aware that you will probably be an administrator, and if you are, it will allow you to delete other users, so please be really careful that you don't do that. In settings, we can edit things like the site title and tagline, the email address, which is used for admin purposes, the site language, which I am going to change to English UK, time zone, date format, time format, and what the week starts on. There's other settings here that I don't really think you'll need to look at or use. You might find that your media isn't uploading properly. If you jump into media, all you need to do is check that where it says Trent D'Arby, it has the / of your school instead. So your school might be called David's High. Make sure you change that so it reflects the school in the /. If it says Trent D'Arby there on your website, then it won't be able to upload the media. You won't require permalinks, and limit login attempts is if you might get locked out. So that's where you can change the settings for those. We've done a separate video on Instagram feed. You won't need to use Duplicator or WP Clone. This allows us to clone this website multiple times for different users. Clef, you don't need. And Divi is where you change what your website looks like. So in Divi options here, we've got general, navigation, builder, layout, ads, SEO, integration and updates. And when we're in an actual page and we're editing, Divi has lots of different features. So if we go into home and edit, this is where we have the full width slider at the top here. I'm going to add a standard section, and I'm going to really quickly explain what Divi can do. So this is the columns on the website. So here you've got full width, quarters, a quarter and 3/4. So you can see here we kind of split the website into 1/3 and 2/3. This allows you to scroll on here and scroll here. If we jump into a blog, here I have used the half, quarter, quarter, which centralizes and keeps white things either side. Regardless of what you use, if the website is small enough, it will put everything on top of each other, which makes it mobile responsive. And that's the main feature of what this will be. So for example, if we use 4 quarters, here is 1, 2, 3, 4, we can insert different modules into this. So I might want to put an image, and it'll ask me to upload an image, so I'm just going to click a random image just here. We're going to put this corn down, save and exit, and then I'm going to put a, I don't know, let's see, we're probably going to put, let's put a contact form, and I'm going to now put a call to action. And then over this side, I'm going to put some bar counters. I'm going to press save and exit. So I've clicked 4 different modules here. There's different things you can do. So you can clone the whole row. So this is the row setting, the section settings, sorry. So we can edit the settings here. You won't really need to edit the settings. You can clone this, which clones the whole section. Within, and if I press X here, it'll delete it. Within the section, I can clone the row, and it'll clone exactly everything as you see it there. Or within this, you can clone, oops, sorry, that was settings, the lines of settings, you can clone the image. Let's press update and see what that does on our home page. Always press update over here. I'm going to go in here onto my Chrome, press refresh, and the 4 things I've just created, sorry, this is just a glitch, that shouldn't be there. Oh, it's glitched in my browser. That's my computer, it's not the website breaking. Let's jump into this, let it load, and you can see I've managed to add 2 images, a contact form, a call to action button, and then a bar counter using the criteria we've used before. If you wanted to jump into bar counters, you can change the design and edit, you can change the colour, the text colour, text alignment. There's lots of different things you can change within each of those. You can put a shadow on it. And the animation style when it loads. The animation delay. Let's press save and exit and update. And let's see what that does to this box just over here. If I press refresh, wait till this one loads, press refresh. And then it faded in, you can see the shadows on it, and we've changed the colour. So there's lots of different things you can do like this in Divi, and it's really easy to change them. But just remember, this is your section, this is your row, and these are your modules inside. If we drag this smaller, it will change them to 2 by 2 and make it as a 4 section. And if we go smaller again, it will change it so it looks like this. If you do have any questions at all, you can email me. I'm aaron@digitaladvantage.org.uk. And that's my email address just there. If you need to get in touch, please do. and I hope you enjoy making your website.